T, do you subscribe to the Happy Pill on YouTube?
I do.
You do? Do you hit the like button when you see good? I know most of them are good, but when you see those mostly good videos, you hit the like button.
Absolutely.
You smash it very quickly. Do you share these videos with your friends who could use this
All the time?
Yo, be like T, like, share, subscribe.
I want to work Omoplata escapes, but I want to start with the drill. And then, so if you watch the videos and stuff, we were working off of this, okay? We were working off this 2-on-1 and kind of just fast forward at this point. And I told you, you strip the grip, you're 2 behind 1. And I explained that you're leaning so far back because this guy's like 6'4". He was so tight on me that I had to really anchor back. And then I gave you like all these sequences. Throw this triangle up, kick the kneecap up, all this stuff. But how we left off was I go trying to my best, right, to throw a triangle. But I'm sitting so far back on this and I'm going, I'm not going to throw a triangle up, right? I'm just sitting. By the time I let go of this and come up, he's going to pull back on me, okay? So I told you at this point to pause the hip with this leg, okay? So this leg hits, and now I take this leg out. And now I'm trying to figure out, do I go for a triangle or not? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm sitting so far back and I'm about to lose this arm. So I'm thinking, okay, I told you in the last class that I push this shoulder out and I rotate this hand to this side pocket, and now we're looking like this. If he comes back in, you have the triangle, right? You always had that. Okay, so that's not realistic. Like I could counter that if he comes back in. But now I told you to switch this over, and I told you from this position to take this leg and throw this leg over. And when you take this leg and it's clearing, I told you in the last class not to cross up right here. I said that when you throw this leg over, come back 1 second. So you clear to this hip, okay? I just straightened him out and I cleared to this hip, and I told you get this leg in front of his face because he's gonna wanna come forward. Now this secondary leg's not gonna cross there, it's gonna pull out. Because right now, and this will make sense to you as we go through it, right now what I wanna do is reface him. So I want to take this leg out as far as possible. I'm not going to release this grip, and I'm going to start rotating towards him. And now we're here. And I told you in the last class, we went to toe hold, we went to inside heel hold, all these other sequences. If we can just practice that for 2 seconds, maybe get 2 rounds of about 90 seconds, and then we're going to deal with him and his counters for this. And I'll explain mechanically what you're looking to do, because I don't want him refacing me, so I got to react. The moment he starts pulling me down, I have to understand my head height and how I'm going to react depending on where my head is in the position. Let's partner up and start first from an arm drag shelving to an omoplata. Okay, I just want to explain something to you. You're like this with this 2-on-1 grip, okay? You just came here, and now I'm trying to figure out, does he pull it back on me? Because if he pulls it back, then I came up. But maybe he doesn't. I'm sitting back here like this, and I'm just trying to take this arm back. And I'm going, you know what, I'm going to throw this triangle up. But he's really backing up on me. And I'm going, there's no triangle here. The moment so now my grip was like this, the arm's trying to straighten. Only thing I'm doing, I'm not letting go of this grip, and your grip should not be on top. My grip was like this for a reason, because he was touching my bicep. So as I ripped, my grip would have been this anyway. So how would your grip be like this? It couldn't have been like that, because that wasn't where we started the storyline. So now you're like this, and now he's trying to pull it back, and I'm going, okay, so he's trying to take it back, so I switch it to this hip. Now once I go release this, and I'm throwing this over, and we're about to go to him for a second, and this is what I'm saying, is that you take this leg over, and I don't cross my feet up, and I see people already doing this, trying to lace this together. I got to do my best to get myself out, and it's this side of the deltoid. So all my body weight is sitting on this side of the deltoid. Only thing I could do is cantilever myself as efficiently and use my body weight as best as possible. Go down for a second. Okay. He does it to me, right? Go, Omoplata. He's like this, right? And he's starting to pull me down. Initially, I'm going to come in here, put my kneecap, and I'm going to use my secondary leg to get myself underneath and rip out vertically. He wanted to do the opposite. He's sitting like this. Let's go first on the Omoplata. Go on the 2-on-1. He's like this, right? And now, same thing. He just, you go through and move. We like this. Yes, sir. He's here, right? Now he's kicking out my legs. Perfect. Pausing me, taking this arm out, and I'm trying, and now, okay, now he's up. And I'm closing that distance inside to rip out and go vertical, okay? That's one option, okay? Now you can start to see why I needed to be out, because I don't want this guy going vertical. So when he goes vertical, right, before he went vertical, I should have been pulling out, because now when he goes vertical, don't I want as much weight on this angle over here as possible? The more I get closer to him, and now he goes vertical, he's gonna rip out every single time. He's gonna pick me up. So even if he's picking me up, I still wanna start bringing myself out this way. I do not wanna be near him right now. Go down a second. So I'm gonna ask you now, remember I told you to face him. So I'm gonna feed you two different escapes. One is we go vertical, depending on its position, right? But it's going to be your call on it. The second one is before he makes the turn, I jump over the other way. So if I'm understanding what he was doing, he's pulling me back. So I'm backing up and throwing my legs backwards also. What did I tell you about the toe hold? I protect that far side foot, right? So when he's pulling me back, right? He's like this, and he's pulling me back, and I'm like this. Remember in the last class, I'm like this, and he goes on a toe hold, right? And now I'm getting cranked, and I went back step. He should have dropped that and throw this guy long, and now he's on a heel hook the other way. That's what he should have done. If you watch the videos, that's what he should have done. Now, there's a reason why I'm asking you to do what you're doing, right? Because I'm not going to give him that foot. I don't even want to end up in a toe hold. Now I don't want to end up in a back step where I'm on an inside heel hook on the other side. So I'm running the line and protecting that foot. Now I'm running also to him for what reason? He wants to shrimp and face me so he can attack my feet. So that's why I'm asking you, how would you have gotten to that point? You wouldn't have. You would have been too late. You're like this, and I'm getting pulled down. I'm going, okay, I'm hiding that foot. And I'm coming over this side. Now I'm here on a cross side, releasing his hand, and now I'm looking to mount you. Okay? But let's go back on the mechanics of this. He's up, right? So if Ethan's here, and I'm pulling this down, that's why now Ethan's starting to close this gap on me, right? That's the one he stood up, go backward. And now I'm like this. And you never got the chance to reface. And now you got this guy barreling into you, and he's basically jamming his hook. Yeah. And now what are you going to do? You have no stability on this side. Come back again on the jump. So that's why I'm asking you from here to take this leg out, right? And now you were holding this position anyway, well, the whole time, because this is how we started, right? And now you're here, now you're here. So I never let go of this, but I cared about this. This is the position. I start coming in here because we're not going to do this yet. If he was running at me so aggressively, okay, so I grab the hip, and as he keeps running at me, so keep running. So we land, and I'm on top, right? It's a timing move. We'll do it as the week goes by, but I want to paint the whole story so you understand why I'm asking you to take this leg and reface him. Do you want a toe hold? You're not telling me you're going to do a toe hold from this angle. You're facing this way with your legs crossed, and I got to look that way anyway. So why didn't I take this leg out and reposition this way? And potentially I could switch this to an arm bar if I can lace this through and now come over the top. But we're not going to go there yet. We're going to deal with this first. So my first one is you go vertical. On the second one, I'm going to ask you to protect the foot and ram him backwards with the glutes. I know people will show you a tripod jump. It's not wrong. Just understand something. Go on a tripod. Yes, you just gave me this foot. And now you go back step on this foot, and I go high on the other kneecap where we left off, and now you're on this heel hook the other way. So understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. Run the hip backwards, protect the bottom foot. I'm going to show you two different variations, right? One where we were early, and I felt like, nah, you're too small to bring me down. Right, go down. Where they go into an omoplata, and I'm like this, and it's stuck, and I go, you know what? I don't believe that you can take me over. But there's just too much of a big size difference or strength difference, and I feel the looseness, and I start going, boom, I'm out, okay? The moment you come out, don't back out. Come here for a second. The moment you back out, you're here ripping out. I'm right back in tight. You're on the outside of the kneecap. Do not back out. You have a free pass on that. On the second one, you're like this. He just cleared and is facing this way. Don't face me yet. right? It's what he just did, and he's taking that leg out so that he can reface me. So I ran backwards also. I'm protecting this foot. This is the toe holding foot. So as I'm jumping backwards to clear this head, as I land on this side, hit a cross face right away. So as he's yanking me down, I'm on this side coming right back with a cross face, and I could care less. If he has this arm really tight, you can do two nasty things to him. One is I go on his face and jam my kneecap onto his face to release that hand. If you want to be nice, then I jam this guy in and take this arm out. This guy's harder to take out this way. This guy, he always lets out. Okay, guys, let's partner up and do it. Before he makes the turn, I jump over the other way. So if I'm understanding what he was doing, he's pulling me back. So I'm backing up and throwing my legs backwards also. What did I tell you about the toe hold? I protect that far side foot, right? So when he's pulling me back, right? He's like this, and he's pulling me back, and I'm like this. Remember in the last class, I'm like this, and he goes on a toe hold, right? And now I'm getting cranked, and I went back step. He should have dropped that and throw this guy long, and now he's on a heel hook the other way. That's what he should have done. If you watch the videos, that's what he should have done. Now, there's a reason why I'm asking you to do what you're doing, right? Because I'm not going to give him that foot. I don't even want to end up in a toe hold. Now I don't want to end up in a back step where I'm on an inside heel hook on the other side. So I'm running the line and protecting that foot. Now, I'm running also to him for what reason? He wants to shrimp and face me so he can attack my feet. So that's why I'm asking you, how would you have gotten to that point? You wouldn't have. You would have been too late. You're like this, and I'm getting pulled down. I'm going, okay, I'm hiding that foot. And I'm coming over this side. Now I'm here on a cross side, releasing this hand, and now I'm looking to mount you. Okay? You're like this, right? And now you're like this. And the question was, would I go one or two? I'd rather two, because I'd end up in cross side. And now I'm like this. I'm putting his knee line up, and now I explode up. Rah! And now he throws over, and he goes right for his leg. And now I'm on this leg going, oh, I got out of the fire and right back into the frying pan. So there's a reason I want to be able to counter. We'll go through that drop. So when they explode out, I'm going on that leg. Because you just took your upper body, you left one limb for me, I'm going right back on another limb, right? So I'd rather do the other one where I end up in a cross face instead of this alteration. When you land here and you go vertical, you're like this, and now I put this knee line in, I'm coming up. The moment I come up, I'm bringing this leg right back in. Because I can't let you get to anything, and I got to be able to control this limb. Also, I don't want you shrimping and getting this between me. What is the essence of leg dragging? I'm on a leg drag going from here. So I'm coming vertical, going, So as I come up, I'm right back in. Who cares if you push me? But I can't let you fight and get this leg to this leg. Now, if I'm like this, and I go, no movement, he goes right back on that leg, and he throws over the top, attack that leg. And now I'm like this, and I'm going, oh my God, he's on this leg now, right? So understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I can't let your legs free. If we fall over, that's fine. Somehow we go into this exchange where we fall, but you can't be on this leg. No way. So I got to close that gap really quick. So if you're going to go vertical on this, the answer is like, I'd rather do the other one. I'd rather end up cross-side. But sometimes you're going to go, this guy's not that... It doesn't, the level of experience, I could power out of this. He doesn't have a great grip. And so I'm going, moment I come up, I'm going right back in because I can't allow you just to throw over freely, and I can't let this knee line come through the middle, right? So I got to understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. I see some people backing out when they go vertical. Don't back out because he's going to be a high-level player, going to be right back on that leg. A guy like Gary Tonin will be right back on that leg the moment you're out of that pocket, okay? So let's practice going vertical and do both, okay? We'll refine because there's some more recoveries I got to show you out of Omoplata that we'll do on Friday. So we'll take it a little bit further off the reactions. But for now, let's go vertical. And I just told you that this leg's got to close that gap. I can't let this knee line slide through. So when I went vertical on this one, as soon as I'm coming up, I'm already closing that gap. What's the big deal? You're such a weird way. You're going to push me back? And now you shrimp, and I go, okay. So I backstep, and now I'm on this top quadrant here. You're in a great spot. What's going to happen? I mean, like, you have no tripping legs at this point. So why not close that gap before he lands on this leg? Okay, guys, so let's do it. If you forget, go on Happy Pill. Those videos were non-stop on how we get behind here, how we insert, how we recover, hip flips, everything. So you should be really kind of coordinated if you read long. If you haven't, if I see all messed up, I'll be yelling at you. You don't watch the Happy Pill. Okay, guys? So let's do it.